What is up, guys? Today we're working on the WRX. We're going to put on a very cheap front lip that I found on Amazon. You can get the same one off of eBay. It's about 50 bucks. It comes with hardware, but the hardware that comes with it is... So I got some different hardware, but I'm going to show you the quality of the lip, show you how it fits on the car, hopefully block some of these scuffs and things. Sorry about the sound quality. My neighbor just started mowing his lawn as soon as I started this video, so hopefully you can hear me. And I may have to double over some of it, but let's see if we can get it on. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry I took a little bit of a break. My neighbor was over here mowing the lawn and weed whacking and leaf blowing and just going hammer with all of his lawn equipment. So he's inside now. His door is down, so hopefully we'll be quiet for the rest of the video. So, you see before me the lip. It came in this box. It was wrapped in plastic, decently packaged. It does say fragile, you know, for the postal service people to keep it from damaging it too bad. It is exposed plastic. I guess theoretically you could paint it or plasti dip it or do something like that if you'd like to. I don't mind the exposed plastic look, so we're just going to leave it like it is. You can see it is pre-drilled for all the different mounting points. It does come with little metal brackets where you're going to need to mount it sort of special spots on the car. The black things that you see in front of me is the hardware that's included with the kit. A couple push clips, little metal or rubber mounted nuts, it looks like, they go behind on the top side of the bumper. Cheap black screws, washers. This here, these are actually some hardware I had available at my house. Just stainless steel, a little bit thicker, you know, not going to rust out like this cheap, just kind of like poorly painted stuff is. So we're going to sub this for a lot of these and see how we can do this. It didn't come with any instructions, so we're just going to have to wing it, and hopefully it works out all right. Let's give it a shot. All right guys, forgive me, I got you handheld for a moment. I want to show you some of the damage underneath this bumper. So we're underneath the vehicle. Pardon the adjustment noise. You can see here I got some rash under the bottom of this bumper. If you look closely right in here, you'll see some, this is kind of like that JB Weld weird stuff I told you that the previous owner had used. Down a little bit further is more of that, and down at the other end of the bumper, so I need this to focus, is even more. So this is kind of the stuff that I was hoping to kind of block. You can't really tell, but it does bother me, and it does kind of like leave the bumper a little bit not as structurally rigid as it typically is. So I'm hoping to kind of put this on here to keep that a little bit tighter and help block. You can't really see it, but help block, you know, make it look a little bit nicer. All right, so my tripod doesn't go super low, but I got you guys kind of rigged up. Hopefully you can see. The gist basically is we have to pop some of these clips out down here. All right, now the clips are off. We can start to line this up. Looks like be another clip or two we need to take off. But if you look closely, there are a few spots that the new clips will mount into. This will make it much easier, I'm hoping, to actually drill the hole. All right, so if you look carefully right here on the end, this clip needs to come out as well. Be careful with it. This part pops easy, but getting this back part out on the other side was actually pretty difficult. Just be careful. It is brittle, so you don't really want to break it because you have to buy new ones. I'm not sure if one of the things they included in the kit, looks like this might sort of be a makeshift version of this, but why not use OEM if you can, right? All right, from here, fit your screw or your drill with a bit that fits about the same size, just maybe a tiny bit bigger than the hardware you're going to use. And we're basically going to start making holes. I'm gonna do those first few, put some hardware in, and then make sure we can get the fitment around the sides just the way we want it. I don't actually have enough of my fancier hardware to do all of these holes, so I'm gonna leave some of the easier ones to swap out. Some of these ones in the center are very simple to get to, so I can make another trip to the hardware store and get some stainless stuff and get it back on here. I think it takes 16 total, and I have 10, so hopefully this will work for the time being, and we will be able to swap it fairly simply in the future. Alright guys, so basically the whole thing is just going either one by one, drilling a hole, putting in your hardware, making sure it's mounted up if there's not a hole already pre-existing. I'm going to go ahead and finish out, I did that side, I'm going to go ahead and finish out this side, and we'll see how it looks. I'm considering there might be a few spots I want to put another nut in, or another bolt nut in, just to kind of solidify where it's at. But let's go ahead and wait and see. Alright, what's up guys? Your handheld again. Pardon my hideously dirty car. The fitment actually looks pretty good, if you ask me, considering it's you know, $50 versus, you know, a couple $100 for the super high-end ones. My one complaint is this corner right here on both sides sags a little bit. I've read on the internet that you can use the bracket and kind of adjust it, bend it up. What I think I'm gonna do, let me get in close and kind of show you. See that gap right there? I'm not totally comfortable or happy with that. There's also just a tiny bit right here too. It looks a lot worse when you're down in this angle, but I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put you know, another nut and bolt right up in here, and then another one to kind of cinch this up against the body, just to give it that little bit better finished look. Outside of that, the sides, everything fits pretty well, pardon the shaky camera. You know, I think if you're standing and this thing was on the ground, you probably wouldn't even notice, but I'm gonna go ahead just because I like things to look the best they can. I'm gonna go ahead, you can see that's about from this distance, you can kind of see that's kind of what the corner looks like when you're not right on top of it. But for the most part, you know, the tightness with the body down there on the bottom looks pretty good. On the top, you know, the lip fits pretty well. So for 50 bucks, I mean, if you're willing to get down and screw some holes in your bumper and mount it up, and then maybe take some time to figure out what points your bumper may need, then I think it's worth it. Looks pretty good. All right, quick update. You can see I put in one more screw, basically right through where that gap was. It wasn't pre-drilled or anything. I just went ahead and drilled it. It's ABS plastic, so it's really easy to take care of. Snugged it right up. No gap right there anymore. Might be a very, very small amount of light coming through, but that'll never be noticeable when you're standing. So just keep that in mind if you buy it. The fitment is actually pretty freaking good considering. Alright guys, so that's it. Should take you about an hour. It's not very hard. It took me a while because I had to wait for the guy to stop mowing, and I stopped for Taco Bell for lunch, and I stopped at Pat's Shop Dog for a while, and I got plastic in my eye when I was drilling. If you're laying under the car drilling, wear your safety glasses, because that's no fun. And so I promised the seat is going to go on the M3 eventually. We're going to get to the mods on the M3. It just takes a little bit longer because you got to make sure you're out there on the track, you got the safety stuff set up properly. I got to figure out seat belts for this, all that fun stuff. So, can you get better quality lips? I'm sure you can. This one's fine, 50 bucks. The daily driver, it's not a show car, it gets me to and from work. Takes care of a little bit of that underside rash. You can still see a little bit over here, but overall, very happy with it. If you guys have any questions, please ask me. I'll put the link down below where I got it. Like I said, 50 bucks, hours worth of time. V-Limited style lip. See you next week.